Welcome to the Lauren Blackwell channel. Keri Hilson released the first installment of her most recent album, We Need to Talk. The first installment is called Love. It is the first of 3 installments that will be released of her most recent album, her 3rd studio album. So it was released a couple of days ago, and she's been doing some interviews and making the rounds and posting about it. And she's been getting a lot of positive comments regarding the album. A lot of people like it. Her fans seem to enjoy a lot of the music, and they are leaving a lot of comments. Here are a few of the comments that her fans have made on social media regarding the music. Someone said, "We Need to Talk was worth the wait. My God, it's a work of art." This person said, "Naked is such a beautiful piece of art with such a deep meaning, like WTF." Yeah, the work has a very mature approach to it that you simply cannot miss. This person said, "I'm vocally proud of Keri Hilson to come back to this wild industry after almost 15 years. I can't wait until Scene 2. I agree with this. The industry is not where it was 15 years ago. Now artists barely make anything from their music. They have to rely on other ways, their own branding and endorsements, some other ways to make money. So she's got her work cut out for her. This person said, "Oh, this is the Keri Hilson I've missed so much. Hashtag Keri Hilson, hashtag we need to talk." This person said, "Keri Hilson is back and so authentic, liberated, raw, and real. Naked touched my soul. I love you, Keri Hilson. You deserve to be at peace. Hashtag we need to talk." And then this person said, "Man, Keri Hilson is singing something serious on this new album." And this person says, "This feels good. This is good. Welcome back, Keri Hilson." I think that she may need to do a little bit more promoting, because I feel like a lot of the blogs are not talking enough about her album, and that is not a good thing. As many people as possible need to be talking about the album. And this person said, "Leave me alone. Keri Hilson's album just came out." This person said, "She did a great job. Keri Hilson, it's so good hearing your voice again." While these are positive comments, I don't know if this will be enough. She really needs a lot more people talking about her album than she currently has. She needs to make a bigger wave. But I'm wondering if the state of mind where she's more calm and more subdued, I wonder if that will actually get in the way of her marketing her music in a way that it will make a bigger splash in today's music industry. So she got a lot of positive comments from the people that listened to the album. But I don't know. I hope she does well, because it is tough now. Well, it's not like she's breaking in. A lot of people already know of her. She already has a fan base, etc. And she has experience in this. However, it is a tough industry now. It's not like it was previously. There are newer artists on the scene. She's older. All of these things, hopefully people don't hold them against her. So as usual, when it comes to Keri Hilson and her projects, there will always be the same old conversation about her diss towards Beyonce. It's like after all of this time, she still has not quite escaped that topic yet, because people are still talking about it. It makes sense, because she did seem to have proactively dissed another artist without provocation, and so it's drama, it's news, and people are obviously going to talk about it. And she has addressed it. She did talk a little bit about it, and to summarize, what she said happened was this, okay? So in 2009, when she decided to do a remix, she was asked by Paulo the Don to do a remix of Turning Me On, and she agreed and she wrote it. However, at the time, she was signed to Paulo the Don and Timberland, and Paulo and Timberland were working together with Interscope. And so Paulo the Don came up with this idea that she needed to add a particular verse to her remix of Turning Me On. This verse was written by Esther Dean, okay? Esther Dean, she's a well known writer as well. And what Esther's beef was with Beyonce, I don't know. I guess she has her own personal thing because why else will she write the diss verse? And yeah, but she wrote it and gave it to Paulo. Paulo gave it to Keri Hilson, and Keri, she tried to get out of it, but she couldn't because she was threatened that if she did not add that to her remix, she would not be able to release her album, which she's been working on. That's kind of a tough position for someone who's new in the industry to be in because all of her work so far was tied up with that album. And here they are telling her that she would not be able to release it if she did not sing, that remix with the Beyonce diss in it. So she ended up agreeing and she made the music. She did not release it. She asked them not to release it. And of course, if they had so much power that they made her to do the diss song despite her objection, obviously they're not going to listen to her. They're going to do whatever they want to do. And based on what she said, I don't think Timberland was in on it, even though he was partners with Paulo at the time. It sounded like this was all Paulo the Don's idea. So after the music was made, conveniently it got leaked. Okay, so it was leaked, it was out, everyone heard it. The remix is right there on the screen for you if you're interested in a recap of what exactly she said, because I feel like there's a lot of people who are fans of Keri or part of the Beehive that still do not actually know or remember what Keri said about Beyonce that was so bad that it ended her career. Well, it disrupted her career because it didn't end it because, she's back now releasing music. So anyway, after the remix was released, well, it was leaked. After the diss track was leaked, it was really bad for Keri. Her career took a nosedive. Paulo did not defend her. He did not really speak up or say anything about it. And he kind of let Keri take all of the fall and the heat. Even Esther Dean did not come out and defend Keri either. Timberland did not defend Keri. They just let her sink in all of that mess and the drama of it. It affected her career, and surprisingly, she said Paulo and Timberland went ahead and made more music with Beyonce and Jay-Z after, they tried to diss Beyonce in the music. And this just goes to show how fake people are in the industry, because the same people that are working with you, and it seems like they're coming together with you to push your career forward, those are the same people working behind the scenes to take you down. Because how is Paulo the Don behind the scenes promoting someone making a diss track towards Beyonce, and then in front of them, just because he wasn't outwardly known to be the perpetrator of it? Outwardly, he is acting as if he's on good terms with Jay-Z and Beyonce and making music with them. And he went on to have a nice career. Esther Dean did the same. Timberland did the same. I'm sure none of those three came out and told Jay-Z or Beyonce that the diss track was their idea. I doubt if they did that. So they're, they're also fake. But anyway, after the whole issue went down, Keri's career took a hit. She basically left the scene. She no longer released music. She went through a lot. A lot of years went by, and just she was out of the spotlight. And now that she's back and releasing music, the same old conversation is back at the forefront, and she's having to address it again. And when I saw the interview, I thought, well, she's releasing an album. Her conversation should center around her album and her music only. She seems to be in a different phase now. She's carrying herself in a way that seems wiser. She's more calm now. She was kind of being a hothead, honestly, the first time she came out in 2009. Compared to now, she's older, she's more mature, she understands the industry a lot better now. And the way that she's carrying herself, I feel like she needs to focus on her music alone and not some old beef that they probably have squashed. I could have sworn some years back she posted something about her and Beyonce having like coming together and having a talk or having a discussion about it or something like that. I could have sworn I could not find the clip about it, but I think I saw it somewhere on social media where Keri Hilson said that she and Beyonce have buried the hatchet and they no longer have issues with each other, and which is a good thing. So I don't think she should continue to talk about this. She needs to just focus on her music. Obviously, fans from both sides will bring up the issue and they will try to make comparisons. I actually saw some stuff on social media of people talking about who's prettier, who's a better artist, who's a better writer, who's a better performer, and they're already trying to pit Keri and Beyonce against each other again, like they did, way back in 2009. And I think that she needs to look past all of that and not let it get into her head and cause her to have more problems with any other artist, really, for that matter. I saw a post from Esther Dean when someone tagged her and talked about how she caused Keri's career to take a fall because of the music, the diss track she wrote against Beyonce. And she was not apologetic at all. She was like, yeah, I mean, that's what happened. That was back then. It was almost like she was saying, so what? I did it. So what? So she didn't seem to be apologetic at all. She also went on and had a nice career. It seemed like everyone from the four of them, Keri, Timberland, Paulo, and Esther, they all were in it. I'm sure Timberland knew what was happening, so they were all in it together, but only Keri suffered the consequence of it. She was left holding the bag at the end, and she really suffered for it. She is very regretful. I can only imagine. She's a very good writer, very good performer, very good singer, and I can only imagine how far her career would have been now. And she was putting out a lot of music. This most recent album is going to be her third album. So she was putting out music, she was winning awards, she was getting some accolades, and then this happened and everything went downhill. And she really suffered for it. I kind of feel really bad for her, but at the same time, she was a writer in the music industry for a long time before she put out music. She should have known a thing or two about how the music industry works, and she should not have caved. She should have, I don't know, come up with something, some way to where she can get around to not making a diss track. After all, there are many artists that are asked to make diss tracks for other bigger artists that were around before them, and they find a way to go around it and not do the diss track. She should have come up with something, instead of going ahead with it. If you asked me, though, I don't think that the diss track was serious enough for her to lose her career. I mean, What did she say exactly? It's not as if she said anything that was super damaging to Beyonce's image. It's like, it's not like Kendrick calling Drake the P word, when there's no proof of it. That to me is damaging to a person's reputation and career. But what Keri said, if you look at the lyrics, she said stuff like, "Oh, you think you're the best, but you're not. I write some of your songs. You think you're the better performer. You're turning me off." I mean, is that really something worth losing a career over? I don't think it's that serious. It's annoying for someone to write a diss track about you that you've done nothing to, and I think that it it's okay if Beyonce decided to respond one way or another, whether sending a message to her or putting some kind of message in her own music, because I think that's the better route, because then she gets to profit as well. But I don't know about ending a person's career over them just saying that you're not as good as you say you are. I'm the best. I write your songs. That to me is not a career ending diss. I think it's ridiculous. But you know what? Who am I say? I have never had someone write a diss track about me before, so who am I to say what's a big deal and what's not, right? But yeah, so Keri's album is being well received by a lot of her fans. It looks good. It sounded good. I have not listened to all of it yet, but I've always liked her music, and she's also a very good performer. She's a good dancer as well. I hope she gets some success and gets her career back from this, because, like I said, this is not something worth losing your career over. And I hope she keeps from dissing anyone else, any other artists in the future. I feel like she's learned her lesson. She's definitely more mature now than she was previously. And yep, I wish Keri Hilson all the best. And I hope she's learned from this. So that's all for this video. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in my next one. Bye, guys.